When I was a young boy, some strange men took me to Canada's Wonderland to make a wish come true. They said, Mike, when you grow up, would you be the savior of our plans to play the Rivoli? Just know one day they'll leave you on the ground outside the emergency room and run away like enormous cowards. Hello and welcome to Nirvana, the band, the show, the podcast.
Best we've ever done it. Best we've ever done it.
We are Nirvana, the band.
This is a podcast where we watch and talk about Nirvana, the band, the show. My name is Michelle, and I'm joined by my two lovely co-hosts.
I'm Kit.
And I'm Steve.
And I spent the last 48 hours practicing really hard and trying to remember how piano notes work to play a version of the opening to Welcome to the Black Parade that I'm pretty sure that neither of you could hear. But please know that it was pitch perfect and excellent.
I think Kit just passed out from Glee.
So I will say that even though the audio of your beautiful piano playing did not come through, as I was watching you play the notes, that song is so ingrained in my psyche that I was just like, I know exactly where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
Take me on this ride. I want to go to this parade.
Yeah, haunting melody.
Mm-hmm.
How we doing?
I mean, amazing now.
Yeah.
I mean, feeling good. We joined the Black Parade.
Steve, are you familiar with that song? I know that you have at many points over the course of our friendship expressed your disdain for
First of
emo
all,
music.
I have admitted publicly that My Chemical Romance may not be my jam, but they got the juice, and I like that Gerard Way fella.
Yeah, we love Gerard.
Oh, how could you have escaped the Black Parade?
Don't Die, number one.
Yeah, mostly Don't Die. So I think all of us have so far escaped it.
That's what you think.
Maybe not Kit.
It was everywhere
Mm-hmm.
for a while there. I had a friend, they have now had it covered up out of embarrassment, but had the lyrics of the Black Parade tattooed as a full sleeve.
The full song?
Like the whole, first chunk of it.
That's crazy.
What I just recited. The
Yeah.
actual words to the song.
Mm-hmm. It was weird. They knew our podcast was coming in the future.
So, the very last line of the sleeve was listen to Nirvana, the band, the show, the podcast?
Yeah. And that's what gave me the idea,
Yeah.
Even though Nirvana, the band, the show, Anyway, this bit's falling apart. But no, no, the Black
It
Parade.
started so strong.
The Black Parade was inescapable.
Mhm.
Yeah, I heard it a billion times.
The Black Parade music video was the first video I saw on YouTube.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because part of it had leaked or was previewed or something. I'm a huge My Chemical Romance fan. My best friend of many, many years I met on the My Chemical...
Is Gerard Way? Sorry.
No. Is a friend of mine I've known for many years. We met on the My Chemical Romance message boards.
Incredible.
Yes, and we've been friends ever since. But yeah, there was a leak of the music video, at least a scene of it. And I remember typing in the link and being like, what is YouTube? Because it was that early days. And it was the first
Whoa.
YouTube video I ever watched was the little shitty clip of the Black Parade music video.
I don't think it was the first thing I watched, but one of my most treasured memories of early YouTube is of watching people. Someone made a bunch of. They took the game The Sims, maybe The Sims 2, and set a bunch of videos to songs, and one of them was Helena by My Chemical Romance. Helena.
Hell yeah.
And it's a very treasured memory that as soon as we get off this call, I'm going to try to go find.
And send to us, correct, to watch?
Oh, of course.
Perfect.
It's going in the show notes if it still exists on YouTube.
Fuck. When you asked how we were doing, neither one of us said I'm not okay. And I think that's a failure.
We gotta go. We gotta
Start it over.
start over.
Start the whole podcast over. Go back to web series episode 1. Steve, don't you have an update on the Kew Motor Inn for us?
Oh my God. Yes, I do. As you both know, I am a student of history. I love reading history and nonfiction. And I did a deep dive on the Kew Motor Inn.
What did you
Okay.
find in the archives?
Well, first of all, they were listed in the Green Book.
Huh.
Yeah, in
From the
year...
hit film Green Book?
Yeah, the hit film. That's what most people...
Sorry, I'm really sorry.
Which room specifically?
Okay, so for those who
Was
don't...
it the 9/11 room? I was talking about 9/11.
I know. Okay, so for those people who don't know, the Green Book was a guide for Black Americans traveling during segregation and other parts of our horrific American history. The Kew Motor Inn was listed in the Green Book for 3 different years, 1963, 1964, and 1966. Turns out it was built in 1962 to be part of the World's Fair tourists to come in. It was like a fancy place to be. There was a restaurant critic that lived in the hotel for a while and boosted the restaurant. We made fun of eating a chicken parm sandwich at the Kew Motor Inn. Apparently, their lunch room called the Harlequin Room was a happening place with great food.
Sounds like it's still a happening place.
John Lindsay's mayoral cabinet met there.
I don't know who that is.
Who is John Lindsay?
I can use context clues. And
Former New York
that's
City Mayor John Lindsay. Yes. One of the big ones. He had cabinet members that had meetings there at the Kew Motor Inn. And apparently it wasn't until the late 60s that it became a place for fucking.
When did they put the animal mural on the wall?
Yeah.
They don't know when all of the theme rooms went in. But it appears to be in the 70s or 80s. People weren't chronicling this back then.
Because they're too busy fucking?
Yeah. But they changed owners a few times. But there are ads. I can link it in the show notes if you want me to. From 1983, there's advertisements that say 75 newly decorated sumptuous rooms, each with color TV, stereo, music, AM/FM radio. Specially designed safari, waterfall, love nest, California, Oriental, Fantasia rooms, and mirrored sweetheart suites. They had fresh flowers in every room that you could take home.
Wow.
And it was a love hotel. There was another ad that said, from outer space to your luxurious room, the magic is love. Now for the first time ever, satellite transmission for sports, movies, and more with no extra cost.
Satellite transmission for my sports, not to reach my home planet?
Yeah. In 1985, yeah, they advertised that they had satellite TV. They still had the free flowers. And if you showed the ad with the satellite disc, you got a free gift.
What was the gift?
Didn't say.
It was a dildo, right?
It had to be.
I think we're going to have to invent a time travel machine to get back to when the Kew Motor Inn was for political events and not just
fucking
and not just making love.
But I feel like even a political event, there's like a lot of fucking probably, right?
Mm-hmm. Without a doubt. So here's the from outer space to your luxurious room, the magic is love ad. Look at these two lovely people.
The magic is love.
This is their dope ass menu for the Harlequin Room.
Scary.
Does
I don't like that
say
clown.
ah at the very top?
Oh no, it's a bunch of squiggly lines.
I think that says ah.
That old-fashioned clown is screaming.
They had appetizers like chopped liver and entrees like sirloin steak. Here's the tax map of the Kew Motor. I learned a lot about the Kew Motor Inn from I believe this is the University of Virginia.
From UVA. That's so weird.
They are the only place where you can really find a ton of info about it. So,
they have a Green Book like archival project. Okay, they're not just documenting the exotic hotels of Queens.
So anyway, I just want to say we pooped all over the Kew Motor Inn, and yeah,
I didn't poop on it. I thought it was great.
We were talking about how no one would eat there.
Well, the food did not look good.
I still wouldn't eat there. Not because of the history, because I don't want to pay $40 for a fried hamburger and mozzarella sticks.
Real.
Anyway, I think that's going to be the last we talk about the Kew Motor Inn on this podcast. I just wanted to apologize that I didn't realize
Kew Motor Inn?
They had such a long history.
A fucking.
We'll see should we put the Kew Motor Inn on the whiteboard to see if they accept your apology? No, I'm answering my own question. Absolutely not.
Yep. Should we call and ask if they do podcast sponsorships?
Yes. Holy shit, yes. I would love to read your ad, Kew Motor Inn.
This is the one way Kit agrees to do an ad.
The only way I will agree to do an ad.
Oh my god. Since we haven't released last week's episode yet, I'm very interested to see if we get any feedback of people saying, why are you talking about the sex motel so much?
I don't think anyone's going to be surprised.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey had like a whole arc this season with us.
So Kit, you said to me off mic that maybe we should do a live show at the Kew Motor Inn.
I did say that.
I'm not above it.
When you say live show at the Kew Motor Inn, you're imagining that we have an audience at the Kew Motor Inn.
We're just going to go to the restaurant.
Oh, okay. Do you have a little stage in there?
I don't know. We can find out.
Stop showing photos. This is an audio medium.
Gross.
Is that a condom?
Tucked under a mattress.
I'm upset.
Why would they put it there?
I'm upset. You have upset me.
Okay, enough Kew Motor Inn.
Should we check in on the whiteboard?
Yeah, I guess so.
Please.
Kid, has the Kew Motor Inn agreed to sponsor us yet?
Sadly, no, but I did just follow them like 3 seconds ago.
Do you know, $88 for a jacuzzi room for 4 hours? Not the worst.
That feels pretty steep to me, but also...
You can't do the ad read now. We don't have the money in hand from Kew Motor Inn.
Fine, I'm just saying Tiara 10 months ago on Google. That's how I get them. I'm going to send them an invoice.
We did your ad like you asked. Just gaslight them.
That guy has a shotgun behind there. He's going to use it on me. Anyway, Matt and Jay, have we heard from them?
Not yet.
Jared or Luca?
No.
Maybe. No. Jay's dad?
No. I feel like maybe we should take him off. Maybe we're bordering on harassment. Is this the ceremoniously erasing someone from the board song?
Yeah. Anyway, he's gone. Canada Arm.
Please answer me, Canada Arm. I keep going onto the roof of my building and shouting at the sky, and yet nothing.
Do you have the little app on your phone that tells you when the space station is passing above you?
No, I just kind of wing it.
Maybe you just have to time the requests correctly.
You're right.
When you see it zooming by up there.
Okay, I'll look for that app.
Just shoot a gun wildly into space, see if it hits him.
When I go back
or
home,
do that.
I will do that.
You know, I've always wanted to see a Final Destination in space. And I feel like the Canada Arm could have some real fun in that movie. Just ripping arms off.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe the Canadarm is what threw that chunk of a SpaceX rocket at the moon.
Good job, Canada Arm.
I don't know if it has the power needed for that. But
it has the power. Kit, you watched Masters of the Universe. You loved it. Anyway,
I did not.
It's okay. And finally, Werner Herzog and Connor Ratliff. I haven't heard from them.
Maybe if we just wander into the cave from Cave of Dreams, we'll find Werner Herzog there waiting for us.
It's true.
And maybe we go to a taping of George Lucas' talk show with the sign that just says, "Come on, Nirvana the pod," and then get arrested.
Do you think they would arrest us for that? Maybe.
I'm pretty sure. Probably.
No signs allowed at George Lucas talk show. Against the law. We are here today to discuss...
Do you ever think it's really weird that they made a movie called The Boy and then they made a sequel called Brahms: The Boy 2 instead of just calling it The Boy 2?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
You don't know about the Boy movies?
No.
There's a woman...
That's the one where the boy's in the walls, right?
Yes.
I fucking hate that movie. That's
one
of my
is
very
this a scary
distinct
movie?
Yes, it's
yes.
Okay.
This is one of my very specific fears of like people living in my walls. And so when it turned out that he was living in the walls, I was like, fuck this actually. Fuck this so much.
And then they made a sequel and because the guy's name is Brahms, they just called it Brahms: The Boy 2.
Yeah.
The boy's name is Brahms?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
That is
why
a
would you
stupid
do
name
that
for a boy. Yeah.
No, but like, why would you call the sequel? It's being like Die Hard, and then the sequel's John McClane: Die Hard 2.
That sounds great.
Well, Brahms is
What's
the boy.
problem?
They're letting you know.
In case you were wondering from the first film.
Yeah, in case you were confused.
Anyway, whenever I pull up this episode, I think, hey, isn't it weird that they named it Brahms: The Boy 2?
I think with that information, that is quite strange. But we're not here to discuss that boy. We're here to discuss a different boy.
He's in the walls, and he's giant.
Stop saying
A
that.
regular-sized boy. This is Viceland Season 1, Episode 6, The Boy. Matt and Jay befriend a sick kid to use his final wish to ask for Nirvana the band to play the Rivoli. They wind up showing him the time of his life. But will time run out? The opening titles for this one, I could maybe use some help with. The internet's telling me that the opening titles for this one is a Jason Statham movie called Crank, that I have not seen, but also like an 8-bit video game version of Crank.
Crank kind of rocks, but also this music was used on newgrounds.com back in the day.
I knew it felt familiar, but I couldn't figure out why. And that must be it.
So the plot of the film Crank is Jason Statham gets poisoned. My wife is a certified Crank enjoyer. He gets poisoned and he needs to keep his adrenaline level up at a certain point. Otherwise his heart's going to stop and he's going to die.
So this is like Speed, but inside his own body.
Yes. And then the sequel, Crank High Voltage, he needs to keep shocking his heart with electricity to restart it.
Like Speed 2. But
yes,
his body instead of a boat. I understand now. This is part of the Speed cinematic universe.
Exactly.
I bet you if I watch Crank now, I'd be like, this sucks.
When was the last time you saw Crank?
In theaters.
Well,
in
as somebody
2006?
Who saw Crank like 6 or 7 years ago, the movie fucking sucks. I'm sorry. Hated that.
Is it because there's a scene where he's fucking at a horse race track?
That was actually kind of funny. I won't lie. I thought like, oh, of course, he has to keep his heart rate up. Why not just like fuck some lady? That makes sense. I don't know. This is Crank to me was like that quintessential like I'm dating a man movie and he's going to show me this movie and he's like, it fucking rocks. And it's just like, no, it kind of doesn't. But, you know, thank
like
you for
Shoot 'Em
sharing.
Up, the Clive Owen film.
Exactly like that, where it's like, it fucking rocks. And you're just like, thank you for sharing your culture with me. But no, thank you.
Is there any movie in that category that you feel like you do like?
I would have to think about that.
Sully.
No, that's like a dad movie, though. There's a difference between like a dad movie where like they're showing you Sully or Moneyball or Master and Commander versus like I'm dating a guy and I'm in my 20s and he's going to show me fucking Crank and say it's art, you know?
Yeah. See, I think I have found the sweet spot of stupid action movies that don't land fully in that pocket. Like when we watched Action USA, that movie rips.
It does. I have never understood personally for myself the charm of Jason Statham. It just doesn't work on me. I respect people for whom that does work, but he's not my strong boy. But I do think my version of that movie that I would be an annoying 22-year-old man about is Bloodsport.
Hell yeah. Bloodsport rocks.
So good.
You and Donald Trump's favorite movie.
Don't say that.
That's his favorite movie?
Yeah, didn't remember that came out that he watches Bloodsport but skips all the dialogue scenes?
No.
Allegedly.
No. What?
I can't be making this up.
That feels like a dream that you had.
No, Donald Trump loves Bloodsport.
This is devastating to me. I just said I was going to be annoying about it. And now I have to reevaluate that. I'm going to say he doesn't understand it like I do.
But yeah, he's skipping all the dialogue.
He's skipping all the dialogue, and the dialogue's very important to understanding what's going on.
See, as you two have heard me rant about, my version of this is Scott Adkins, the king of Redbox action movies.
I don't know if I know who that is.
Interesting.
He appears in other stuff, but like Ninja 2, they fucking rock.
I can't believe you haven't made us watch any of these.
I've only really gotten Scott Adkins pilled in the last couple, 2 years or so.
Mm.
And not all of them are good. Most of them are pretty bad, but the man is such an amazing martial artist that when he's drop kicking through a subway window, I'm like 10 out of 10, perfect movie.
I can't tell you if I've seen anything with this man because he looks
John Wick
so
4?
Generically like henchman in an action movie.
They threw him in a fat suit in John Wick 4.
I don't think I saw that John Wick. I think I fell off after.
This time he's wickier. Brahm.
Oh, is that your cue to get back to the boy?
I could, because we're at a crossroads here. And it's either we're going to talk about action movies for 3 hours or we're going to vaguely stay on our podcasts.
And the boy starts out, Matt is sick. Jay brings him soup, and by soup, I mean broth with dill in it. Matt is upset that there's no chicken, because that's what makes you feel better. I would say if I was sick and I had a friend, my best friend, bring me some broth with dill in it, no complaints for me. That sounds delightful.
Well, when Matt actually eats it, he gets a big old cutie pie smile, which I think is the highlight of the episode.
I will say that when he does that smile, I always think he's going to open his mouth and all the soup is going to come out, but then it doesn't.
I did make a note on that shot of him soup smiling. Kit will be screenshotting that.
Yep.
If she hasn't already.
She had.
Sick, but still has hat head.
Yes, that was a note from my wife. It's really interesting that he's homesick, but he still has hat hair.
I assume he always has hat hair.
Yeah.
Because it's so weird to see him without the hat.
You two always want her to contribute to the podcast. Both of your partners have been on the podcast. She asked me to put that quote in the notes.
Thank you, Anne.
It's weird that he's sick, but still has hat hair.
She's right. It is weird. While they are discussing plans, Matt suggests they make it a video game day, and that scares Jay. They start talking, and they say how nice it would be if they could get a Make-A-Wish kid to make a wish for them to play at the Rivoli. And of course, obviously, the only natural reaction to that is that they go to the hospital and look for a sick kid that they can befriend and convince them to use their wish to help them achieve their own dream.
I know we've hinted at it, but how does everybody feel about this episode?
I don't think it's my favorite, but we are kind of talking about it like it's the burn. And it's not. It's a fine episode. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just whatever.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not the burn. I just think we usually get a lot to talk about on this show out of these episodes. And this one, I had maybe 3 or 4 things to say.
I thought it was fine. Yeah. Not like actively bad or offensive or painful. Just like so many of these have been like great, and I can't wait to rewatch them and like learn everything about them. And this one, I was like, okay, that's fine.
Not that it's bad. Like, I know if I'm doing a watch through, I don't skip it, but I'm usually looking at my phone a little bit. But I have a theory on this episode.
Do tell.
I think this was mostly done, and we can ask them when they come on the show, maybe, if we don't want to be offended, like, in case we end up offensive. But, like, it seems like this was more experimenting with format. There's the pixel art stuff, right? Like, the video game openings. There's the scene in the hospital where the medical equipment causes interference with the sound. And then also when they're on the roller coaster and the sound gets messed up, which I was saying to Kit before we started recording, like there's a direct line to that bit and the skydiving gag in the movie where they're like screaming and the audio is like cutting out.
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's getting disconnected. And this one more seemed like them like playing around with what they do more than actually having necessarily a fully thought out like premise.
Yeah. Well, I think watching this one made me think about the other episodes where there is a child or children present that I've seen so far. And the ones that came into my mind, I don't know if I didn't check thoroughly, but I don't think I'm missing any, were the web series episode where the little Polish kid joins them. And then the one where they have like young Matt and Jay flashbacks in the web series that it feels like we're sort of like calling back to a teeny bit. And I think this felt closer to Polish Kid in the Park of just like, here's sort of like a weird tween who's at like, I think doing exactly what he's supposed to.
He's innocent. Mike
he's so great.
He's so cute.
But like adding someone else into their mix, I think is really challenging. And especially someone who's going to like be with them the whole time, not just like a brief passing interaction. And I don't know.
That was how I felt as well. Like the second they have to account for another person, especially a kid, they're gonna be a little less freewheeling and have to be a little more thoughtful in what they do. Because Matt can't like go off on a rant where he's like screaming profanities at a child and then be like, oh, let's edit that out or cut it a little bit, you know?
Yeah. And even a kid who seems like totally down with what they're doing and is not like trying to make his own jokes. He's like not like I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's like a community theater kid who's like very eager to like get his own moment in the sun. He like seems like a very normal child who's reacting to them the way a normal child would, of just like, what are you talking about? And like, sure, I'll go to an amusement park. But I think it just does. Yeah, it changes the dynamic. I think you're totally right about that.
How about you, Kit?
And for me, the stuff that didn't work wasn't Mike. It was the wraparound story about Jay's childhood.
Okay.
I didn't really find that funny or interesting. Like, I've always found that to be kind of the drag of the episode, not necessarily them at the theme park.
Oh, interesting.
I mean, maybe we'll get an email about this. I don't know what it was trying to either reference or say, that whole thing with Jay's childhood.
I don't know.
It just makes Jay's mom seem terrible. She's so mad at him for having 3 bananas. I could see a British mom if he grew up in Canada. Do we know if Jay's real mom is British?
No, I didn't look that up.
Well, we could ask Jay's dad if we ever get him on the show.
No.
Is your wife British?
And then I apologize profusely.
And then you go, secondly, is there a wiggle room on that marriage?
I would never.
But yeah.
No, that's interesting. I think the flashbacks, it just like feels like 2 different things sort of stuck together. Yeah. And normally, like, even when they are like cramming like multiple different references into a single episode, it feels so much more cohesive. And this just doesn't, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And there's also not a ton of jokes.
Mm-hmm.
It's very plotty.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like, for me, I'm just like, all right, so we're going to do the scam with the boy. We're going to pull him out of the hospital. We're going to take him to the amusement park. And it just, there's maybe like 1 or 2, what I would say, like, laugh out loud jokes. The one is when they get to the hospital and they're looking at his chart. And then Matt says, like, are we going to risk this kid's life to play the Rivoli? And then stares at Jay and then just like pulls the cable out.
Mm-hmm.
Made me laugh really hard.
Mm-hmm. So Matt and Jay go to the hospital. They are on the hunt for a parentless sick child that they can take out on an adventure, make them loved, and make them feel friends enough that they are willing to give away their one wish. And so they find Mike, and he's the only parentless child around.
And he is their cousin or nephew, or maybe both.
You just got to pick one. Yeah. You got to stay with one.
I do like, that Matt is like, Jay, you're basically going like, Jay, you're useless. You need to just pick one and stick with it. Because isn't it Matt that goes?
No, it's Jay who tells that to
Matt. Oh, is
Matt.
it Jay?
Yeah. See?
Okay.
Number 1 Jay defender on the podcast.
Look, I love Jay. It was last episode where I had problems with him. Mm-hmm. 90% of the time, I love Jay McCarroll very much.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Last week, listen, I love Matt. You know that. I have to protect my precious little princess.
Disney princess.
He doesn't get protected enough. Everybody's like, Jay's so hot. He's so beautiful. Matt's so psychotic. And I'm like, someone needs to cuddle Matt.
Yeah, but Jay innocent here.
No. In this one, I told you, one episode, Jay is not innocent. One. And I'm getting painted as the Jay McCarroll hater. I love you, Jay. One episode, I don't like you. Even if you were very sexy and I would smooch you.
Jay being very responsible here, saying they got to keep their lies straight and also looking at the chart. Clearly not reading the chart with any sort of accuracy, because he reads that there's something wrong with this child's heart and actually he is in for diabetes.
I also like that he says ticker like he's a 90-year-old man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's really fun.
And then Matt's like, all right, are we going to risk this kid's life to play the Rivoli? And then there's like a 2-second beat and then he pulls the cable and they're like, all right, let's get this kid out of the hospital, basically.
Yeah. And he's just ready to go. He's down for it.
How do we think the Toronto hospital system feels about how they're depicted on this episode, in which you can just steal a child?
Pretty positive. That kid gets to go to Canada's Wonderland for free.
They work with the hospital.
They do.
And the nurses don't want the kids to have any fun, but these 2 fellas want the kids to have fun.
Here's the thing. I was a sick kid in the hospital a lot. The nurses didn't want me to have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like you could have used a Matt and Jay.
I would have loved 2 grown men to kidnap me and take me to an amusement park.
I love that their plan before they land on going to the amusement park is, let's just bring this child to like hang out in our living room. What every 12-year-old boy wants.
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of is though, right? Like, these guys are like, we're going to show you cool movies your mom will let you see.
Did they promise him that though? Or did
they just scooped him out of the hospital?
Him to their house and start writing on a whiteboard?
I mean, they do suggest something fun, which is a video game day, and that gets shut down pretty quick.
Because of the haunting.
There was a post on the Nirvana the Band, the show subreddit, I think this week, where someone was like, I'm trying to watch The Boy and there's a weird glitch. Does anybody know what's going on with that?
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
People were like, watch the rest of the episode before you post.
No, I'm scared. My Disney Plus is haunted. The Boy is in my walls.
Live action Moana footage keeps popping up. So like there's this like static graphics, and we later find out is Super Mario World, that just like randomly flashes to Jay.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I will say, like, for my experience watching it, the first couple times it happened, I did genuinely think there was something wrong, like that my internet was bad or that something was lagging or there was a issue with the file or something. And then I think by the time they get to the living room, it's clear that that's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you shouldn't have put that post on Reddit, Michelle. You should have waited until
I'm
halfway
sorry.
through.
I just wanted to know right away.
That person probably listens to the show. I'm sorry.
I can't blame them. I have done comparable things multiple times in my life.
I mean, I use our Discord server as Google constantly. I'm always in there asking a question and being like, you people will give me a better answer.
We're your personal chat GPT.
It's true. And I mean, it works every
Much
time.
less reliable.
Like that one time I was like, I could Google how many people are in LCD sound system, but one of you millennials will tell me immediately. And sure enough.
Then like 5 people did.
Yeah.
You got a very nuanced, thoughtful answer.
And a
If you
recommendation.
live in Brooklyn, you could have yelled it out the window.
I know, but it's more fun to type. Plus, I got the recommendation to talk to Michelle's friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's
who's
good.
a huge LCD sound system fan.
Have you made it over to Bushwick to talk to him yet?
No, the trains, man. It's far
Yeah, that's
away.
reasonable. Anyway, back in the living room is while they're figuring out fun things to do, we get one of my favorite little bits of the show, which is Matt's Irish Troubles corner,
Yes.
where he briefly explains to a 12-year-old boy the conflict between Catholics and Protestants in Ireland.
You're all white people. Why? That's what he said.
It's true. Why are you fighting?
And then Jay refers to it as a 90s problem that's not that fun.
And you know what? He's right again.
It's true.
3rd or 4th time this episode that he's made a very solid point.
Do you remember when Liam Neeson went on an interview for his snowplow movie and then said during the Troubles he wanted to do a hate crime? And everybody was like, why'd you say that?
Hold on.
No.
We got to back up here. Okay, first of all, snowplow movie?
Yeah, he's a snowplow driver who's seeking vengeance.
Against
It's called Cold Pursuit.
the snow? Or did like his
No.
wife die or something?
His son gets killed by a drug overdose or something.
And so he becomes a snowplow driver.
I have not seen Cold Pursuit. Good name.
Why
though.
haven't you seen it?
I have better things to do with my time.
Okay, second question. Huh?
Yeah, they were like, they asked him something about what's one time you wanted to get revenge. And he was like, well, a friend of mine was sexually assaulted by a black man. So I decided I was going to go out and kill a black bastard.
Oh,
And I was like, what the fuck?
I remember this now because it's so insane. Yikes, dude.
Neeson, chill, man.
Yikes.
The Troubles is an important historical event, but my pop culture melted brain anytime it comes up. Remember when Liam Neeson was like, I was going to do a hate crime?
That's crazy.
That's a 90s problem and not very fun.
Not
to talk
Not
about.
very fun.
It's not. That's. I just. Sorry. Just. I think about that and I'm like, you could have said nothing, Liam. You offered this information. No one was like, hey, remember that time you wanted to do a hate crime? And he's like, yes, of course.
Ugh.
Anyway. So with this episode,
Yeah, how do we get out of this?
we're pulling out. I'm just doing
I already tried. I already
How
said
do we
it's
get
not
out of
very
here?
fun to talk about. I think, Steve, you have to write the plane.
it. Okay, here we go.
You are Sully.
You are
Land
Sully,
us.
and you need to pull us out of this nosedive.
This
Or
is your
land in the
captain
river.
speaking.
I don't know.
Land us in the river.
Brace for impact. Oh my God.
Brace, brace, brace.
Enough about Sully. Good pivot. But so with this episode, I think one of the issues, besides it being that like when the main focus isn't Matt and Jay's relationship, that it kind of goes off the rail, is that what they do here is a bridge too far, but not edgy.
Mm.
Like kidnapping a kid from a hospital, like on paper is like, ooh, bad boys. But like the way that they do it, not that I wanted it to be more horrifying, is just kind of, I don't know, let's focus on this Jay subplot. And I think that also kind of dings it.
I feel like part of what is so compelling about the whole show and the movie is how much of it is like, how did they do that? Is it real or not? We've talked about that almost every episode. Yeah. And this one, it just like sort of steps over a line to like, I know that a lot of this isn't real. I know that most of this isn't real.
Yeah.
And so it takes sort of the fun out of like guessing like, how did you do this and what's going on? And like, and there isn't sort of an additional thing to compensate for not having that thing that I normally love about the show in it, which is why it sort of just lands in like, this is fine.
Yeah, there wasn't a single moment where I thought about their emotional relationship. And for me, and the way that, we talk about the show, it was so strange for me to like, for the whole thing, not really have any thoughts about their interiority. It very much was like, let's do this thing to try and get a show at the Rivoli, which is always so secondary in my head when we're talking about these episodes.
Yeah, it honestly kind of feels like The Boy isn't really a Nirvana the band, the show episode, and more of just sort of like a generic sitcom episode in a way,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's like totally fine, but there's nothing really about it that is compelling or interesting to me where like I would want to rewatch it again. Like, I think Steve, you mentioned earlier that like, you'll when you're doing a rewatch, you'll probably be like on your phone or not totally paying attention during this one. This one, during rewatches, I've just completely skipped. I just don't find it that interesting. And I know there's better stuff to watch from the show.
Well, it's so funny that after this one, we have my two favorite episodes of the series back to back.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So like The Boy is kind of like, get out of the way. We're getting to the good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That is very sitcom-y to just like, there are going to be some filler episodes and they can't, every single one can't be a banger.
That's true. And I mean,
you got to have ones that are just all right.
For a filler episode, it makes sense that they would go to a theme park instead of, because usually a filler episode is like, you go to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh my God. Did we crack the meta commentary here that they were intentionally doing a filler episode?
That could be it.
That could be it.
Because sometimes the beach episodes do have that like dramatic turn where you learn something very intense about a character. In this case, Jay's childhood trauma with 3 bananas.
It's so strange. And Jay is so anxious this whole time. Like he's worried about them getting pinched on the rides. He's worried about their tummies being upset, which is true. My sister once puked on a ride after a funnel cake.
Classic. That feels like a very amusement park experience.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think 3 bananas would have solved the problem.
Well, you need your potassium after you throw up.
I think a chunk of this episode is also very much Jared experimenting.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there is the scene earlier where the medical equipment fucks up his like microphones, and then there's the scene of them on the roller coaster trying to explain everything to Mike, and he's like, blah blah blah, and then they go down the hill. That's what I was thinking of, and they're screaming, and then the microphone's cutting in and out as they scream on the roller coaster, which is just basically shot like not shot for shot, but like sound for sound. What happens when they jump off the CN Tower in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that is interesting where they're playing with the technical format of it. But yeah, that's the highlight of the whole episode for me is like them introducing those fun little like recording gags.
Mm-hmm. The idea of explaining something mid roller coaster ride is to me a very funny concept
Mm-hmm.
that I feel like there is a better execution than how it is here. But just like the idea of it alone makes me laugh and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I love how Matt was explaining it to Mike is like, we really want this show, but the Rivoli hates us. That's why we won't get the show. It's not that you haven't like actually called and tried. Well, you did, but you didn't really follow through properly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's really telling.
Yeah.
That Matt's really worried about rejection. He's like, they hate me. They said no one time to my band photo, so now they hate me.
They're both very anxious in this one.
Matt is like, he's so mad at Jay this whole time.
He's being a bummer.
Yeah. And they're so like, they're not butting heads, like fighting for comedic purposes. It's like Jay's being a pill and Matt's like, what the fuck's wrong with you, bro? And that's their whole dynamic, the whole episode.
Mm-hmm.
Until Jay has his flashback revelation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is very confusing.
Yeah. The whole time I was really hoping that I would understand what reference this is supposed to be. And I cannot figure it out. Like part of me is just like, is this like a weird Lost thing?
Lost does come back in the end. I did have a note to talk about it. Another return of J.J. Abrams.
He's so
Is that a Lost thing? As we've said before.
I mean, there
like
are
none of us watch Lost
and like out of time thing, but again, none of us have watched Lost. So if that is an explicit reference, it's lost on us.
Hey,
got him.
Sorry, I'll leave.
Hurley. I don't want to be like cinema sensing or whatever. The flashback of it all and like the Jay glitching breaks the format of the show in a lot of ways.
Mhm.
Because we're getting this like cinematic shot, like flashback that he has to his childhood one day. And also like the glitching going on with Jay, like not that it really matters because, you know, it's fictional, but I think it's interesting and not in a great way how it breaks the reality of the show.
Mhm.
And like Michelle, you were saying earlier, like there's no part where I was like, oh, how did they do that? Like what's real and what's not? And this one is just very much like, I don't think any of it was real. And therefore like that magic part is just totally gone.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why it feels more like a sitcom episode. Everybody's an actor.
Should we get to Jay's flashback?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say the like moment leading up to Jay's flashback is one of the moments that I really enjoyed from this episode where he's standing in front of this log flume and gets splashed by it while Claire de Lune plays in a beautiful homage to the Bellagio fountains at the end of Ocean's 11.
Hell yeah.
I'm always happy for a chance to think about Ocean's 11 and
Same.
and this is a great one. You could put Claire de Lune on anything and I'd be like, wow, this is peak cinema.
Are you saying that because of Ocean's 11, or are you saying that because that is Edward Cullen's favorite song, Michelle?
You know me so well, Kit. It's because of both.
I gotcha.
That's Edward Cullen's favorite song.
He loves Debussy. And he's embarrassed about it when Bella finds when she starts playing it in his room. We don't have to have
Everything I know about Twilight I know from you. So thank you.
That's like one of the few things I remember from reading the books was him talking about how much he loved it. And then I think Stephanie Meyer talking about the like hardcore rock music that he also listened to in addition to Claire de Lune. And it was like Muse. And I was like,
Yep.
Okay, sure.
He drives around in his Volvo listening to Supermassive Black Hole.
It's awesome.
He's the best. King of my heart, Edward Cullen.
Do I need to watch the Twilights?
Yes.
Yeah.
Will I like the Twilights?
You'll love the last one.
I think you will.
I've seen the fucked up baby.
I will happily
The last
go
one.
on record saying that I think the first one is like a genuinely good movie. It's like it's very stupid and it's very campy, but it's like a fun, silly, low-ish budget teen movie. And they just like hit at a specific time and in a specific way that made them really take off. And the remainder of the series is like very weird and not as good. All of them have great soundtracks. And then I think by the time you get to the last movie, it is like such weird, like 2010s teen movie making that it like circles around to being a fascinating object. I would not call it a good movie, but I would call the first Twilight a good movie. And I actively enjoyed it. I think Catherine Hardwicke is great.
I know baseball's involved. You know, that's always going to get me.
That's the best scene in the movie, I think.
Mm-hmm. And I will agree the first one is pretty good. I will say that the last one, though, so deranged on so many different levels.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah.
such a magical theater going experience for me. There are so many things that happened where I'm like, wow.
It genuinely shocked me.
They really went for it.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've seen the fucked up baby.
That's not even
That's
the most
not
fucked
what we're
up part.
talking about.
No.
I really desperately don't want to spoil the thing that I'm thinking of for you. I think, Kit, we're thinking about the same
think
thing.
we're thinking of different things, but yeah.
Hold on.
Oh.
The other thing I know is about the werewolf implanting on the baby.
My thing has nothing to do with the baby at all.
Oh.
My thing also has, well, the baby is there, but it mostly has nothing to do with the baby. Kit, we'll compare notes after.
We will yeah.
Okay. Maybe I will find time to watch the Twilights. Not between episodes.
Homework.
Your
Watch
homework.
All five
Twilight movies.
This could be a
The
recurring
last
homework.
couple of them are all like 2.5 hours long. You could probably skip the second movie and not really miss out on much.
Did they do the
but
chapter
the
thing in the
Italy thing-
second movie where it's just like October, November? Did they do that?
It's not as good in the movie as it is in the book.
In the book, it was
There's
crazy.
a part. This part I don't care about spoiling. There's a part in
You
the
could
second
please spoil
book.
Twilight away.
There's a part in the second book and movie where like Edward leaves and Bella is depressed. And in the book, it's just like, it's like 10 chapters or something where the like chapter and title shows up and it just has a month and then it's blank. And she does that for a while. Good job, Stephanie Meyer. And time is passing and the world is moving without Bella.
Oh no.
That movie mostly sucks. But that part was good. And then I think in the movie, it's just like sort of a montage of her like sitting sadly in her bedroom.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. It's not as good.
Okay, maybe I'll watch it.
Yes.
Like I said, it's weird that I've avoided it for this long.
It is weird that you've avoided it. They're really fun to watch. They're so stupid.
I haven't seen a Twilight. I haven't seen a 50 Shades.
You don't need to see 50 Shades.
I also have not seen 50 Shades, but I do like the songs that The Weeknd did for it.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good songs.
Star of Uncut Gems, The Weeknd?
Yes. Was he in Uncut?
Like, he thinks it's before he gets famous, and Adam Sandler thinks he's fucking Julia Fox.
Oh.
The Weeknd's in it as himself.
Good for him.
Oh.
The Adam Sandler thing, man. That's the one thing that almost killed this podcast.
Here we go again about the Adam. He's fine. He's okay.
I like how I'm defending it like I would die for Adam Sandler, which I would not. It's just Kit has hit that part of my brain that's like, but that's not true.
I'm not even doing it intentionally anymore.
You know what? This is what I get for being the way that I am.
Mm-hmm.
Can I share a Make-A-Wish story with the two of you?
I'm so scared by what you mean by that.
Sure.
So in preparation for today,
Huh?
I was thinking of what are some things we could talk about on this episode if we got finished a little early. And one of them was, are you two...
Well, don't worry. We have half the episode to go.
I know, but I want to segue.
Okay.
Are you two aware that Hulk Hogan made up a Make-A-Wish kid?
No?
No?
Can we do story corner real quick?
Sure.
Because I feel like this is a good time to do this. So Hulk Hogan once told a story. I found it listed. That at SummerSlam 1992, there was supposed to be a kid there from the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and when Hulk Hogan went out, he saw that the seat was empty because the kid had died.
Oh, wow.
And
I'm so scared. What are
he
you going to
claimed
say?
that the place where he claimed he was wrestling at SummerSlam 92, he was not on the card and made it up. Now, he lied about a Make-A-Wish kid. Now, that's bad, right? That's really bad.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
In 1995, Hulk Hogan released an album called Hulk Hogan and the Wrestling Boot Band. And in it, he released a song called Hulkster in Heaven. Okay, so Hulk Hogan made up this Make-A-Wish kid and then wrote a song about it.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy.
I just think that's great. I think
That
that's
is
worse than
crazy.
anything Nirvana the band did in this episode.
Yeah, but I think so, but mainly because they didn't write a song about Mike. If they had written a song about Mike, then I'd be like, these are neck and neck.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to share. We can cut that story if we want, but I thought we might enjoy Hulk Hogan's fake Make-A-Wish kid.
No, I think
Corner.
that's delightful, and I do love whenever celebrities just lie about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, you mentioning Edward Cullen made me think of Robert Pattinson lying in interviews, which reminded me that just in case I had the Hulk Hogan lied about a kid who died of cancer.
I love Robert Pattinson's lies because he clearly lies for sport and fun and pleasure. He's not doing it to make anyone think he's a good person. In fact, I think a lot of his lies make him seem worse than he is.
Yep.
And what a jokester. I love that guy.
I mean, yeah, can't wait to see him as Chris Hansen.
I don't think he would have the career that he has today if he hadn't made a bunch of dumb shit teen movies that made him infinite money so he can do weird indie projects. And that's something else that I have the Twilight series to thank for. And also many hours of watching the movies and enjoying them.
Him, Kristen Stewart, and Daniel Radcliffe are all the ones that use their stupid kid movies to make cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Radcliffe, of course, played Jasper in the Twilight films.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is true.
Jasper, Steve, I'm lying about being played by Daniel Radcliffe, but Jasper is a vampire who was a Civil War soldier, and he fought for the South. But we like him now. He learned the error of his ways.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, by only hanging out with white people.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're all vampires.
Y'all are making me want to watch Twilight now.
I cannot stress to you enough how insane the world building is in the Twilight series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there are so many choices that are made that you're like, I guess it makes sense for the ruling authority of the vampires to be Roman Catholics in the Vatican. That makes
of course.
sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When the excellent Superman movie came out last summer that I really enjoyed, and I really enjoyed Mr. Terrific, I think a lot of people did, I was even more delighted when I realized that what I knew Eddie Gathegi from was that he plays Laurent in Twilight, who is an incredible, fantastic supporting character.
Yes.
And he was just as charming then as he is as Mr. Terrific. And I can't wait. I can't wait to have a Twilight podcast after this.
Michael Sheen is in them?
Michael Sheen is excellent in Twilight.
So good in it.
Michael Sheen is excellent in everything.
But
Dakota Fanning is excellent.
Yeah, but it's Elle in it. Elle Fanning, my preferred Fanning.
No.
Maybe in a cameo.
Dakota Johnson, star of The Equalizer 3.
She's part of the cinematic universe, though.
Anyway, what happens on The Boy?
We were getting into Jay's, like, glitches, flashbacks, all of that.
He gets hit by the log flume and remembers everything clearly. It all comes back to him. His British mother does not want him to have a video game day. She storms in, turns off Super Mario 2, Super Mario World. And part of why Canada's Wonderland has been haunting Jay is that it gets the Super Nintendo gets cut off, and it's a mid-commercial for Canada's Wonderland.
And then she's yelling at him about, why do you have 3 bananas? Why not, Jay's mom? Why not?
That is a lot of bananas. Too many bananas for one child.
I keep thinking that there's something I'm missing. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like when I watch this, I'm like, is there a gag here or a reference here that is just not, it's just going over my head? And I always struggle with that.
Yeah, this time I noticed the VHS tapes that were stacked next to the TV, and I was like, okay, is this like a Ferris Bueller somehow? Because, like, Ferris Bueller's there, and I'm like, no, it's not. Does it work with
Certainly
Ferris Bueller?
Certainly not a Die Hard.
Yeah.
Or an E.T. I also looked at the VHS tapes.
The only VHS tape I saw was when he picks up Baz Luhrmann's Romeo plus Juliet, which great inspiration for their Hawaiian shirts at the amusement park.
That's a good movie. I like that movie.
That is a great movie.
So what happens at Canada's Wonderland after Jay has his revelation that his mom is mean?
Well, I think something about the flashback is also, like, not just that he, like, has this memory of his British mother being mean to him, but also, like, the things, like, he was mixing up things that she was saying and thinking they would affect Canada's Wonderland. Like, the pinching was from something else, and the G-forces were from something else, and so he's free to enjoy some roller coasters.
She claimed like the G-forces from a video game made a kid go crazy.
It's possible.
Because that's what she's saying. I was like, what does that mean?
You have all these sweet shots of the three of them enjoying the amusement park together. And they are riding roller coasters. They are eating funnel cake, having a lot of fun.
I did like when Matt yelled, Jay's back. It was so excitedly. I thought that was very sweet. He missed his best friend.
And he did. Get this beautiful little montage.
And then they kill a kid.
As you do in a beautiful little montage.
So that's the one thing I'm wondering how they filmed. Because we then find Mike passed out on the floor, looking dead.
Yeah.
And then they cut to like horrified onlookers while Matt and Jay like carry his limp body out of the theme park.
That does, I think if I put on my like, how did you do this hat, feel like, where if you saw that happening and then like, the child stands up and is fine and is like, hello, hi, I'm fine. You'd be like, okay, weird. And then sort of move on.
Oh, totally. But that was the one stunt in the whole thing where I was like, oh, that's an interesting like edit of other people.
And then dropping him outside the emergency room doors on the other end. Feels like the one where like maybe someone is going to come yell at you a little bit more.
There is a guy watching them holding a little girl's hand at the bottom of the ramp. And I was like, sir, did you wait to go intervene? What happened here? I'm sure they ran out and were like, whoa, 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 whoa. It's all cool. It's all cool. Because this guy stops and just like stares.
Because it looks like they just dropped a dead kid at the door.
Yeah.
And then Matt is, in quotes, racked with guilt.
He's really broken up about it. They have the drawing that they did at the theme park. And he's staring
just looking
at it.
so sadly at a caricature of the three of them.
Why does Jay look like Leonard Maltin in that caricature?
I don't know who that is.
Noted film critic Leonard Maltin? Okay,
yeah, that TV show.
The critic?
Yeah, the TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did the Dick Tracy specials with...
It all comes back to Dick Tracy.
Usually does. This guy.
Maybe I've seen that man.
All I'm saying, it was a bad caricature.
It was about, well, yeah, all caricatures are bad. I have one that I got done at a fair that is one of the most horrifying renditions of my face possible. The caricature artist did tell me to stop moving while they were drawing me, and I didn't. And I think that was their way of punishing me. I'll send you a picture of it. We can put it on the Instagram.
Please. I love that you saved it after that. That's a really nice touch.
I don't think I have the physical one anymore, but I do have a photo of it on my phone. It's especially notable because it was me and Patrick, my now husband, together. And he looks great in the caricature.
As always.
He looks very handsome. And I look like I have like sharp, pointy teeth, like some sort of shark.
Or vampire.
Or vampire.
Ooh.
Oh, maybe she just knew.
You are America's #1 Twilight fan.
I don't think I can lay claim to that. I think there are people much crazier than me. I didn't
say you were the craziest. I just said #1 because you're my favorite.
No, thanks. #1 Twilight fan, you know.
Yep. Kat, are you a Twilight fan? If so, I apologize.
I'm not as excited about it as Michelle is, but you know.
While they're back in the living room talking about what's happened, I love that they are whispering because they're saying terrible things, even though nobody who... I guess Jared is over there to overhear them, but they're not trying to hide from Jared. They're just trying to hide from the world while they say, like, we had that wish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that they're like, we called dibs on it.
Yeah.
And then as soon as one of them says it out loud, it turns into like, well, could we steal a dead kid's wish?
They didn't steal it. They had it.
It's true. He did say they can have it.
That's true.
They had it on recording.
That's legally binding, even if you're 12.
Even if you're dead.
Even if you're dead.
So they call the hospital.
Because the hospital is the one who would manage the wish allocation after a child has passed, of course.
I just want to know what they think the wish is. Like, is it just like a little piece of paper that didn't get filled out? Like, is it like a magic orb or something, like out of Super Mario Galaxy? Like, what is this?
Well, I think Matt and Jay don't fully understand what Make-A-Wish is. I think they just think sick kids get whatever they want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Including their adult friends, a concert at beloved Queen Street venue, the Rivoli.
Mm-hmm. If only the Matt of 2 episodes from now knew how many Make-A-Wishes John Cena granted, he would be sad. What? The guy has the record for most wishes. You didn't know that?
No.
Mm-mm.
No, John Cena single-handedly has granted the most wishes of any human being on Earth.
That's crazy. Like, the most kids have asked for him?
Yeah, and that he completed. Like, he completes, like, many a year. Like, he never says no to a Make-A-Wish. He has, like, the far and away the world record for it. That's why I said that.
That's crazy.
That's so nice.
Yep. They find out that he's alive. They go. They're talking about Terminator.
Is this safe space?
Mm-hmm.
Am I in a circle of love and friendship?
Well, yeah, of course. That doesn't mean it's safe, but yes.
Whoa. All right. Well, in the spirit of love and friendship, I've never seen Terminator.
Me neither.
Let's fucking
Any
go.
of them?
None of them.
Wow.
I've seen the like culturally present like clips of the silver goo and him saying I'll be back.
Yeah. I'm like aware of it and that, but I've never sat down and watched a Terminator movie.
Or Can we have a Terminator corner?
Or the Sarah Connor Chronicles, which was a television show.
Everybody loved it. I didn't watch it. But can we have a Terminator corner?
Sure.
I feel like Terminator 1's a Kit movie. Terminator 2 is a Michelle movie.
Whoa.
I wish I could weigh in, but I haven't
Wow.
seen either of them.
I showed my wife Terminator 1 for the first time like 3 days ago.
Okay.
Because they were re-releasing Terminator 2 in 4DX at the end of the month, and I have tickets.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator 1 is a slasher movie with a robot.
Let's fucking go. That is a Kit movie.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
And Terminator 2 is a vampire teen romance?
I mean, there are teenage boys in it. Okay, spoilers for the Terminator franchise. So do you know that Arnold Schwarzenegger is the bad guy in number 1?
Yeah.
He is the Terminator, and he's trying to terminate Sarah Connor.
Yeah.
And what makes number 2 so interesting, but has kind of been lost because of, cultural osmosis, is that when he shows up in the second one, it is a twist that he's the good guy. Like in the first 20 minutes, because it's like, oh, fuck, the Terminator's back. Oh, wait, he's back and he's good. There's another Terminator you got to worry about. And number 2 is just like a great action movie. So number 1's like a horror slasher movie with a robot assassin, and number 2's a fun action movie.
Interesting.
And no
Terminator 3
vampires.
sucks. You can pretend they're vampires.
Yeah, I'm trying to see how that's a Michelle movie.
Michelle, I'm talking if we were talking about who would like what more.
Oh.
Terminator 1's a little too gory for the Michelle-o-meter.
Mm.
She's not the biggest gore fan.
She is not, no.
Kit watches Sallow on Easter Sunday for kicks.
So true.
But Terminator 3 sucks. Most of the sequels suck. Dark Fate has a couple of good scenes where Arnold Schwarzenegger is an elderly Terminator.
The only thing about Terminator I think I know outside of the cultural osmosis is the Christian Bale get out of my way lights monologue, which is, I think, the greatest thing that has ever happened.
And he was
Christian
right.
Bale is in a Terminator movie?
Yeah, he plays John Connor in Terminator Salvation.
And he gets really
That
mad
sounds like the Michelle movie.
at a guy
No,
who's in
it's
his
really-
light.
Oh, that's the like him yelling at people behind on set thing.
Yeah, but did you hear it came out that everybody was like, he was right? This guy
Yes.
sucks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were talking about that the other night.
It's very stressful to me if I have to contend with not liking Christian Bale. I love him
I
so
know.
much.
He's great, except for the fact that he always works with David O. Russell. But anyway,
Yeah.
remember when he said like he hopes that Mitch McConnell will let him play him after he played Dick Cheney in Vice? That was good.
No, I didn't know
I
that.
didn't know that.
Yeah, it was
either.
pretty good. Because he was like, what shitty Republican can I play next that might die? But I'm a Terminator lover. Most of the sequels are terrible. 1 and 2 you should watch. They rip.
Mhm.
I'll take it under advisement.
Terminator
I did love
2
RoboCop.
Phenomenal.
I mean, yeah. It's not as... Look, Terminator's not as good as RoboCop. Very few things are. Terminator 1, it's just fucking Arnold massacring innocent people. He like kills like 30 cops in his police station.
That
It's good
fucking
shit.
Rocks.
Yes, Terminator 1 rocks. It's a robot assassin slasher movie. Terminator 2 is some of the best stunts you'll ever see filmed.
Hmm.
Good stuff. Then there's a
Maybe-
bunch of garbage.
Maybe we propose a trade where Michelle and I will watch Terminator 1 for homework, and you'll watch Twilight 1 for homework,
Mm-hmm.
and then we keep going through the series that way,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
movie for a movie.
That feels fair.
There's way less Terminators, and they're bad, most of them.
Great news. A
So
bunch of the
Twilights?
Twilights are also pretty bad.
I can promise a Twilight. Between now and when we record The Bank.
Okay.
That's fair.
It's one, right? I do want to hear how you react to Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Hear me
Yeah.
out.
Same.
You need
I
the
have an
context
idea.
of all the others to get it.
Here's the thought. What if I jump straight to Breaking Dawn Part 2 and
Here-
try and figure it out as I go?
You are
No.
not going to have the same experience because there's stuff
Okay.
in there that's crazy.
The path that everything about it takes is so weird that I think if you went in blind to 5, it wouldn't even be fun to guess. It would just
Okay.
be confusing.
Yeah, you would not understand why everything
It's
that's happening
confusing
is
when
so
you have
weird.
seen all of them.
The
The choices that they make in those films are so strange.
In the next 2 weeks, I will try my best to watch a Twilight Part 1.
So
Thank
just
you.
Twilight
But
1, the first Twilight.
This could be my hoppers, though, and I can be like Michelle and never follow through on that homework.
I have at least 1, maybe 2 more episodes to
Of
follow through
Hoppers?
on that promise. No.
Are you watching it like 15 minutes at a time?
Yeah, are you?
I need episodes of this podcast. Leave me alone.
Hey, they turned Blackberry into a TV series. You could do it with hoppers.
Did they? Who
Yeah,
did?
you know, AMC showed they added in deleted footage and aired Blackberry as a miniseries.
They added?
Yeah, it's a
That's
Matt
so
Johnson
weird.
joint. You know, he has like probably
That's
like
true.
5,000 hours of footage somewhere
Yeah.
to just put in the
Fascinating.
movie.
He's just yelling Blackberry like Obama over and over again.
Mm.
Okay, so Matt goes to book a reservation at a buffet for Canada Day.
Oh, we forgot to mention that after they're ranting about Terminator, they find out that Mike, they find out that
Yeah.
Mike,
Mike's heart is fine.
Mhm.
his heart is fine, diabetic, and he says that if he had a wish, he would give it to them, which is very sweet.
That is very sweet.
But
And then he asks if they can hang out again.
yeah,
And they were like, fuck that guy.
There's a part after they're like whispering about feeling so bad about him dying. they're just like talking about the day and they're like, we thought it was going to be weird, but it like turned out to be surprisingly wholesome. And in a way, it feels like they like filmed all the stuff at the amusement park and they're like, this came out too wholesome for our show.
Yeah, I think you're right.
What if we put ourselves just being real huge pieces of shit at the end?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, do you want to be my friends? And they don't even say no. Just run away.
Yeah.
I think you're pretty right about that one.
It feels possible, maybe even likely.
They do just kind of have a nice day until Mike passes out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they go home. Jay starts watching Lost, and Matt books them a table for Canada Day.
I like that he tries to book it under Nirvana, the band. And then she says, how about a shorter name? And he's like, Nirvana, the band.
I love the woman on the phone for this scene. I love that she's just like, what are you doing? Are you on a speakerphone? Can you be normal for like a second? And he won't.
Look, she's just trying to get through the day, and this
She's
man
just-
is not helping.
I'm sure she's put up with worse things on the phone, and she had just had no tolerance for silliness.
And as we learn, it seems like Canada Day is pretty packed at the Chinese buffet.
Mm-hmm.
Big day for it.
Yeah. And we'll learn more about that next week.
We will. So excited. I did, before we exit Canada's Wonderland, have a brief fun fact to share with you.
I love a fun fact.
Ooh.
It's not about Canada's Wonderland itself. The very first ride that Matt and Mike are shown going on before Jay joins them is one where like you get into a little thing and you can spin around
Mm-hmm.
in the ride. Are either of you familiar with Tara Queen Shell Spinner?
No.
What is that?
There's a woman who for the last, I believe, 14 years has been going to the Mall of America, which is a huge mall, big enough that there are some rides inside. There is a version of the same ride where you like are in a little contraption and you have wings and you can spin yourself around. She goes to the Mall of America about twice a week and just rides this ride over and over and over again. She is so skilled at operating the little thing that they sit you in that she can get 60 or more spins over the course of a 2-minute ride. She goes and she rides it like a bunch of times. She gets about 500 spins in a day and I believe has completed over 1 million spins in her lifetime. Her name is Tara Maldonado. I love her. She like got TikTok famous, I think, in 2020 or 2021. And people now like go to the Mall of America hoping to see her. Because like you can see like people will get like a couple spins around when they're on these rides and you can see her just like whirling like a helicopter on this ride. It's like
That's
honestly
amazing.
an amazing athletic feat to watch. I love her. She's so cool. I love that she found this thing that she enjoys doing and has just fully, deeply committed to it. She says she never gets sick. She doesn't get dizzy. She just loves to spin.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Shout out to Tara, Queen Shell Spinner.
What an absolute legend.
Come on the pod.
Speaking
That
of,
would
should we
be
talk
incredible.
about that little Vice video promoting Operation Avalanche?
Yes.
Kate, you sent this over. Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this is a video that I had seen on YouTube and I could not find again, but shout out the fan site, Nirvana the band, the website, shout out Carson.
The legend.
The legend. It is a video that they did for Vice when they were filming this episode, where the whole conceit of it is that Jay, who only identifies himself as a musician from Brave Shores, is interviewing his best buddy Matt because his movie Operation Avalanche is coming out. And Matt has more of a friendship with Mike than he does with Jay and kind of dunks on him the whole time. And it is extremely funny.
It is. Honestly, like that short video was like what I think I expected this episode to be and what I wanted it to be more. It felt more like a regular episode of Nirvana, the band, the show, than The Boy itself did.
Imagine, like, if Mike had gotten in on the act and, like, was, like, playing along with Matt, that would be delightful on the Vox, you know? But, so there's a part where Matt's like, Jay asks him about, like, what research he's done. And Matt goes like, oh, you know, we dealt with NASA. You know, we learned a lot about these genius German engineers. And he's going off on the German engineers that were great for the space program. And then he's like, and then they went and made things like this roller coaster, blah, blah, blah. And he's just talking about the brilliant German engineers. And I'm like, where'd they get the German engineers from, Matt? Where'd they get them from, Matt?
Germany. What are you talking about?
Was there some sort of operation, perhaps involving office wear?
Avalanche.
Yeah.
The new movie coming out soon.
Oh, was it originally titled Operation Paperclip?
No. Avalanche. AVA.
Oh. Yeah. So anyway, that video is really cute. Michelle, you're correct. I think it's what I wanted from the episode as well. Because they don't mention why there's this little boy there with them, which is even funnier.
It was interesting. I don't think we actually talked about this during the actual episode, but they play Never Come Down for like 15 seconds, maybe. And then to have Jay come into that video and introduce himself as Jay from Brave Shores was really interesting. And I feel like I don't have the timeline of when that song actually came out in my head well enough to know how those were interacting, but it was very interesting.
The only thing I know is that Matt did like a Reddit AMA, like I think around the time Viceland was about to come out or it had been announced or something. And someone asked about Nirvana the band getting the new season of the show. And he makes a joke about how Jay has such a big head now that Brave Shores has like a hit single and it's only in Canada. And he makes a big deal about the fact that it's a hit single. It's a one-hit wonder only in Canada. And so part of me is just like, I wonder if this is him kind of dunking on Jay again for being, musician from Brave Shore.
I don't know if this is actually, I don't know if we've talked about this before. I have seen things on the internet that at some point, I think that Never Come Down got used for like some meme of Donald Trump dancing. And like got co-opted by a bunch of, and like I wonder how much of that like only in Canada is like we're rejecting the like this weird right-wing adoption of Jay's song.
Yeah.
And we're just pretending that doesn't exist because like what else can you do about it?
I don't like that one bit.
Yeah. Jay talked about it in I think one of the Q&As for the movie about how MAGA people like picked up the song and were like DMing the band Instagram account saying it's like their song now and there's nothing you could do about it and like all this other shit. So I think him putting it in the movie was kind of like a way to reclaim it in a way.
Yeah.
Successfully.
Yeah.
Totally.
That overpriced vinyl sold out like crazy. 2 pressings.
Any other thoughts about the boy?
I'll be Kit for a minute. It's okay. It's fine.
Hell yeah. I thought it was okay. Shocking coming from me. Not enough My Chemical Romance. I will say that. Should have been more.
It's not okay.
Not okay.
It's not okay. A. Brings me down.
Well, we can fix that. We can work on fixing that. Make some MCR edits of the boys.
You keep promising fan cams and never delivering, Michelle.
Where's the Jay's dad one we were promised?
She had time to learn how to play the Black Parade, but not make fan cam.
Well, I already knew how to play the piano. I just had to remember it. Remembering is different than learning for the first time.
Do we have a listener voicemail?
We have a call from Michelle, not me. Different Michelle.
All right. Let's listen.
Hi, I'm Michelle. I'm a Canadian. I'm calling from Vancouver, BC. I just started listening to the pod. I'm a huge fan. I wanted to let you all know that the weather here is really nice. It's 23 degrees Celsius. So it's sunny. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit though. I wanted to ask if any of you have watched Matt Johnson's other movies like The Dirties, Operation Avalanche, Blackberry, and I'm wondering if you would want to cover that on the pod as well after you finish all the episodes and the movie. Okay, thanks.
Thanks, Michelle. That's so nice. Thank you for calling and telling us what the weather was like in Vancouver. My dumb American ass did have to plug in a converter, but 23 degrees Celsius is 73.4 degrees Fahrenheit. That sounds like a lovely day.
Sounds like a perfect day.
Yeah. And to answer your question, mixed bag. We have seen some of them. I think different amounts of Matt's other movies for different ones of us. But we are planning, once we finish the show, to do episodes for those. I'm really excited about it. Which ones have you guys seen? I don't think any of us have seen The Dirties.
No, I've seen Operation Avalanche, and I really enjoyed that.
Nice.
I've seen Blackberry, part of Operation Avalanche.
Oh, and I've also seen Blackberry.
I've seen Blackberry, but that's it.
Operation Avalanche is very fun.
I'm excited. It was really nice. I don't think I had actually seen any of the clips because like what they put in as fake Operation Avalanche for the big time is different.
No, that's the movie.
Oh, great. Then I have seen Operation Avalanche.
Great.
But like seeing Matt in like 60s styling was very fun and interesting. And I'm really excited to watch that. It's so weird to see him with his hair like styled.
Yeah.
That's how he tricked all those NASA engineers.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, we will be covering them, all the other movies on this podcast. That's the plan. And I just want to say, just started listening, huge fan. Pretty sure Michelle hasn't gotten to anything about the New York Mets or Kevin Spacey yet.
Or maybe she has. Who knows?
I would appreciate it. Thank you so much. I had to explain what the New York Mets were on Bluesky the other day to one of our listeners. And I realized that this is a thing I ramble about, that most people have no idea what I'm talking about. Is that true?
I have thought about this a lot. About how much the Mets do come up, both in terms of content of the episode, and also there was like a mini arc that we had where like I think 3 episodes in a row were named something Mets related, and I was just like, I'm gonna put the kibosh on that moving forward. Like, we're not doing that again.
Oh, that's fine. I just want to explain briefly to our other listeners, because if it's one, it's probably some others.
Yeah.
The New York Mets are a baseball team from Queens, New York.
What's baseball?
It's a great sport where they hit things with other things. Fuck you. Anyway, I love baseball. I'm a lifelong New York Mets fan. The reason we talk about the gay Mets is because unlike a lot of other teams, the Mets organization has really continued to commit to LGBTQ plus folks, not just during Pride Month, but during other times. They also do a month-long Pride celebration where people often refer to them as the gay Mets, which culminates in a Pride night at the stadium, which we all went to. My stupid brain and stupid phone full of text messages about other people who love the New York Mets didn't think that not everybody would get it. So I am going to not talk about the Mets as much. We'll try to. And also, there's my brief explainer.
What's Queens, New York?
The greatest place in the world.
Canada's Wonderland?
Listen,
I'm listening.
I have a lot of sense of humor about a lot of things. Queens, New York. It's not one of them.
And I don't mess about Canada's Wonderland.
Well, how many times have you gone, Kit?
To Canada's Wonderland?
Yeah.
It's a state of mind, baby.
I went. I've been there. My feet have been on the grounds.
Your feet have been in the grounds?
Yeah.
Did you go on the log flume?
I don't remember. I just remember being really angry that it was my 10th birthday and my mom tried to make it up for me by taking me to Canada's Wonderland, and I was a little shit. That was all I remember.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we need to
we're going to go.
Make a trek. Yeah. A trek back to Canada's Wonderland.
Yeah. No, totally. Let's reclaim it. But anyway, we had that where we had that exchange with one of our listeners on Bluesky. I realized it had to have been more than just them, and I just wanted to address what the fuck we're talking about.
Well, I really appreciate the explainer because I didn't know what baseball was either. I was very focused at the hot dog while I was at the game.
It's a solid hot dog.
Mm-hmm. It's a really good hot dog.
Anyway,
I think that's it for the boy. Any parting thoughts? Are we excited to go to the Chinese food buffet?
I love going to a buffet. It's going to be so tasty.
You know, we never really had buffets outside of like hotel breakfast buffets growing up.
That's crazy, dude.
And the Pizza Hut buffet was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I only learned about Chinese food buffets maybe 5 years ago.
What?
It's not a thing in New York.
Yes, it is. I've literally been to a Chinese food buffet in New York.
It's not a thing in
same.
Queens.
It literally was in Queens. I was in Flushing. Tread carefully.
It was not a thing.
In Flushing?
That I went to when I lived directly next to Flushing.
Okay.
It was not anything we did growing up.
Okay. I'm not saying that your experience is invalid. I'm saying that buffets did exist. You just didn't go to them.
We did a lot of dim sum in Flushing.
Okay.
Where we had things, brought to our table, but we never really did buffets.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta tell me about this. Hook me up.
Well, I've got a great primer for you on Chinese food buffets in 1 week from now.
Hell yeah. I'm gonna pre-apologize to all of our listeners There's like a 60% chance I cry talking about the episode next week because the buffet is an episode that gets me so emotional watching it.
Oh, wow.
I cry every time I watch that episode. So
I'm excited.
I mean, are you really surprised?
No, it is real sad boy hours coming up.
But no, I'm very excited for that. And The Bank is my favorite episode of Nirvana Band the Show, which comes up after. And I am so hyped to talk about that one.
It's going to be fun. So until then, I don't think there's anything else to say other than nothing but a good feeling.
What?
What?
Nothing but a good feeling?
Is this a bit?
Oh, no.
Has she been replaced by a robot?
Yeah.
Oh, do I genuinely sound weird?
No, it's nothing like a good feeling.
Oh, did I just articulate too much?
You said nothing but
Nothing
a good
but
feeling.
a good feeling.
Oh, I blacked out. Nothing like a good feeling.
Nothing like a good feeling.
Nothing like a good feeling.
Did I say it twice?
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to Nirvana, the Band, the Show, the podcast. We'd love to hear from you. You can email us or send a voice memo to nirvanathepod@gmail.com. And we're also on Bluesky and Instagram @nirvanathepod. Our website is nirvanathepod.com. Our show is edited by Kit with additional help by John. Special thanks to Ann Meadows for our logo. Oh, and Matt and Jay, if you're listening, we'd love to have you on the show.